You guys, now I'm going to give you guys an update.
Started my day off by doing my morning training, got home, and then figured out like this scraping and sending DMs problem. It has been haunting me for a while now. So instead of shooting it out, why not just do it as the first thing in the morning when I go home from the gym? So that's what I did. I From my Dream 100, I have this whole list, and today I've just been focusing on Instagram DM scraping, or just Instagram profile scraping. But what I found out was my intention was to go in and scroll through all the followers of my Dream 100. But what I ended up doing instead, and I think is much better, is to scrape people who are in the comments of your Dream 100, because a engaged prospect or lead for these people, they're engaged customers or people in their universe who are like texting and engaging with their content is far more valuable than someone who's just following them. So that was my approach, and I feel I'm quite picky with who I scrape in, because I need to be able to help these guys, and they need to be someone that I can see myself in. And so what I've done now is that I've scraped about 30 profiles, high quality profiles, and then I'll go home and scrape another 20, so we have 50 for the day, and then I'll start sending out cold DMs, and figure out how can I create a connection with people instead of just spamming in their DMs. How can I stand out? How can I create a connection, a relationship with these people, and be able to pitch my product or my offer? And the reason why I'm saying like I'll come home and do it, because it's like not right now I feel like I need to take a break before I just like the amount of input is not giving the highest return on the output, and because I'm starting to get groggy, I'm starting to just zone out a bit. So I need to take a break now, so my input can become way more, like have a way bigger ROI for the output. So when I come home, I will also film this YouTube video that I've been planning. You can see what I've written down here in this document. And the big ideas is basically right, like inverted thinking. I want this to be about inverted thinking. So most people they're struggling with writing their VSLs, and how to make it great. But if you can just think of how can you make it as terrible as possible, then you can invert that, and then you have somewhat a decent VSL. The problem is like people don't know what to say or how to structure the VSLs. They see the competitors and immediately think they can write as good one as theirs, and writing a VSL feels overwhelming and intimidating, leaving them frustrated, stuck, and unsure if the effort will actually bring in sales. The fear of uncertainty often stops them from starting because they don't know where to begin or how to avoid the mistakes that will ruin their results. And then the promise right here is what I will like they will get out of this video. And I have some titles here I want to split test. And here's the intro. And it's basically just stating like I'm writing the worst possible VSL in the world. I'm doing it on purpose. So this is basically the premise of the video. And then I will share with them 10 things that will make this VSL absolutely sellable. And here's just the flow. So how can I, instead of just writing it out fully and scripting it out, I'm just going like speaking like from the hip and just going with the flow. But I've made a structure for my content here. So what I will do is like, why do we need to write the worst possible VSL, for people to explain that, and then going over what I would do, and then how do we then reverse engineer that list. And here's a parable of how, like when I first met this this term inverted thinking. So I will tell a parable about that. And then in the middle of the video, I'll like throw in a clip of like with the CTA on how they can take action on my offer. So that's the thing. And then we are also going to create some content for Instagram, these reels. And after we've edited this video right here, we'll turn that into clips. And a thing that I really feel like has helped me now is getting different perspectives. Just by me sitting here and scraping leads and doing something else that's not creating content, gives me a different perspective of what people are doing and who I want to help. And like, there's different ways to do things. Like by me just reaching out in the DMs is a different approach than making content. And then like you get a realization of why you're doing content and why you are scraping leads and reaching out to them privately. So I feel like it's been a pretty good day so far. I just have to scrape more leads, and from now I've just been doing, or until now I've just been doing it on Instagram and searching for people in people's comments. I'm pretty much just picking out people from other people's comments because they will be my type of customer. Let me just put you guys here. But I also have like YouTube videos, but I can't really send direct messages to people there on YouTube. So what I also have to do is to, how to say this? What I also have to do is work my way into people. So instead of buying the traffic, I need to work my way in and like join a podcast or do something like that, where I just go out and talk to people and I share some value to their audience and vice versa, and then we can like exchange our viewers or people. So yeah, we can do podcasts. Have to look up people from there as well. But what I'm doing now is basically elbow greasing people from my Dream 100 instead of working my way in. Like working my way in would be going to the leader of the group and then trying to help him to make him or the person like send some of their customers over to me. But here I'm just picking them out by hand of what's working. And we have some LinkedIns as well. You can do forums. Maybe I should be looking into that as well. But like for now, I really feel like focusing on one thing, which is Instagram, to get the first 5 customers would be a really like go-to thing, because then we're only focusing on one thing, and it's a really the platform is really user friendly to get in contact with people. The only thing that is like, since it's really easy to get in contact with people, like lots of people will do it, so you'll end up drowning in people's DMs. So we need to do a way that stands out, and that's why we need to dig our well as well. Like start commenting on people's videos, start liking their videos, and be genuine about this, creating a connection, and not just do this for taking advantage of people, but actually making a connection. But yeah, I have this whole board with my Dream 100, and right now I'm just like scratching the surface of Instagram. So I'm nowhere near what I want to do with Instagram, but it takes a lot of time, this thing right here, because people are hiding, so to say. So that is basically where we're at now. Want to go out, take a walk, get some fresh air, and then film these things. So I get that done for today, filming these reels. I have a reel about Alex Emosi's book launch. I have a reel about like these what's it called, like these hardcore sales trainer who ask like why should the prospect pick you instead of your competitors, and people just stall and don't know what to say. So like my kind of approach with content is being different, standing out, and not just like being robotic. Like that's the last thing I want to do. I kind of just won't go on my own like track here, and I want to talk about something that spikes curiosity in people's minds and hook people in and just like demands attention. Like what I'm saying in the video doesn't really matter. It's only about like creating this spark in people and thinking, you know what, this guy, he was pretty cool. Just like you see with all these people who's like making killer content. And that's why I'm not really looking at what other people are doing. Like I pretty much just want to go on my own and see what people like on the market, because I don't want to be following, like the blind is following the blind. I don't want to be a sheep that's just following what everybody else is doing. I want to see what the market wants. So yeah, and I really just found out like need to do a ton of volume, because I've just found 30 leads today, and I feel like it's taking so much time, but like there is no way around it. I just need to scrape these people and get my foot in the door. And thank God I'm doing this for free, because like if I was charging a ton of money and just writing, like going straight into people's DMs, like they would not respond. So the plan here is to get these testimonials, maybe get some money, and then create our own funnel and our value ladder where people, they can come in from our content, or when we're sending DMs, they can come in at our base of our value ladder and then send them up, so we can start charging bigger prices. So I guess that is it. I read a bit about, again, traffic secrets this morning, just to refresh like the principles about the Dream 100, working your way in, where people are congregating, who your dream customers are, like what do you say to them, how do you bait them, and yeah, it's kind of just for me to put everything together now, these 3 books, and then as well Alex Emosi's training courses, like the $100 million series. So, ton of work to do, and it's exciting. And again, like I don't really know like how this gonna work, but I'm just putting it out there and see what sticks right now, because that's the only thing that you can do. Like still I have some like idea of what will work, but you can never know with 100% certainty what will stick and what will not. So I'm excited for this. So the thing is, like, I have done outreach before, and I know it works if you're just certain about it and you want to build real human connections and you don't sound like everybody else. That's my thing on it, and that's what I'm trying to do this time. And I know the reels work, content on Instagram, like short form content, and it's all about volume and consistency. And that's what we want to do right now. So right now we're just building, like digging our well. Like I've scripted these, I'm scraping people in. Now we need to do the actual work, like film it, upload them, write to people with our offer. And I also know YouTube videos that work. And all this is just about me creating my new opportunity, my thing that nobody else is around, and like people come to me for, and I need to stand out and don't sound like everybody else. But again, I can only find that out when I get like some water through the well. And that's getting experience, like seeing what the market wants, where I want to go, and what it needs as well. So it's just about getting out there, and then the more you put out, the more traction you will get. So that is it. Like basically, I'll be creating content on like short form content. It will basically just be this sawdust and some few scripts that I've scripted out. And then I'll create YouTube videos that's a bit more thought about it, creating some big ideas that will stick with people's minds. And then we're doing outreach, which I think will be the number one thing that is pushing this through. Like the content is basically the long-term goal, or the long-term process, where short form is more like snappy, DMing people and sliding into the DMs is more like instant feedback, and getting something out there as quick as possible, and getting these first few clients. So yeah, it's exciting. And then after we've got these 5 people, we'll start building our funnel. We'll start building our value ladder. We'll start getting clear on our new opportunity, our movement. We'll start beginning to dig our well a bit more, like becoming friends with these people who's on my Dream 100, and working our way in, and all these exciting stuff. So it will be a long process, and I have to like keep my head up and have the overview of everything. But it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting. So that being said, I will take my walk now, go think a bit. Then I will come home. I will film these scripts. Maybe I will do the last scraping. Yeah, I think I'll do that, and then we'll start recording and editing, and then doing some outreach. And that's it for the day, I think. Then we'll do some reading as well. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Peace. Bye.